Hello, everyone. My name is Irene. I am a quantum healer. I am practicing quantum touch, energy healing, QHHT, quantum healing hypnosis, BQH, beyond quantum healing, introspective hypnosis, past life regression, and many other healing techniques. Today, I invited my client, Nelly, who is extremely sensitive to the universal energy. She is intuitive, she receives messages, she channels, and she's gifted with many other cool things. I wanted to have a conversation with Nelly to share how quantum healing is working for her and what kind of benefits she's getting from it. Nelly, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, my dear Irene, for giving me this opportunity to share my experience with others.
Different people have different ways of connection and receiving information from the higher realms. Some people feel, some hear, some see, some know. Please tell us about your natural abilities, when and how you discovered your spiritual gifts.
Well, I must say that I do not consider myself to be special in any way or different from any other human being. I believe that all of us have an ability to perceive our own spirituality and our connection to the higher realms. The difference is inherent in the fact that we choose when to open ourselves up for this type of an energetic exchange. I cannot predict the future, nor I attempt to do that at any point. However, with me, this connection comes from visions and thoughts. My first conscious vision, if I may share it with you, was kind of an uncomfortable one. It was the 9/11 tragedy when I had the vision of planes flying into buildings and the buildings blowing up and going into flames. That was on August 31st, 2001. I did not know that this was the Twin Tower. I just had that vision. When I realized what I was seeing, it was pretty scary, to say the least.
Yeah, thank you for sharing this story. We had many quantum healing sessions using different healing techniques. You experienced quantum healing hypnosis, past life regression, quantum touch, guided meditation to connect to your cosmic team, and many other healing techniques. Do you have a favorite technique?
You know, Irene, I love all of the techniques that you use. All of them make me feel very relaxed and yet fully energized. I feel calm, peaceful, and self-assured. But my favorite one, I must say, is the past life regression because it helps me to understand many of my feelings, sensations, and my dreams and my devotions in this life, in my present life. Provides many answers for me.
Do you have an advice how people can figure out which healing technique is best for them?
You know, I think it's important for every person to try all of the techniques and then see whichever one works for them best. The people are using their own energies and their own subconscious energy, as a matter of fact, to conduct healing sessions, healing techniques. So it's really up to the person to work through it and choose it. I have to say that all of your techniques are wonderful, as I said. Just the sound of your voice, the touch of your energy, it's like a touch free because you feel the energy touching you is beyond what the words could describe. You really have to feel it.
Thank you so much for your kind words. As I mentioned, you are sensitive to the universal energy. Please tell us about difference of connecting on your own and working with quantum healer practitioner.
You know, our subconscious is a great guide for each and every one of us. However, when I tried to do it on my own, it just didn't work for me. And something in me, guided me and told me that I have to find an intermediary or a medium who could connect my energy to that of the higher being and that of my cosmic team. I am very happy to have had your guidance, because I had a very, very difficult time achieving a positive outcome, at which point I myself became a skeptic. I mean, is this really happening? Is this real? However, your guidance helped me not only understand what my purpose in life is, but also to connect with my cosmic team, and to use my own energy for healing and for self-compassion and for self-comforting. As a healthcare professional, I always wondered how the inner energy interacts with our physical being and either heals us or make us more sick. We hear about importance of positive thinking, stress reduction, meditation, and to use this as an adjunct to the traditional medicine. I totally believe that although the traditional medicine is extremely important, and we must interact and follow it, alternative medicine and self-healing techniques are just as important. And this is not just my opinion, this is the realization of the scientific community through extensive research, through doing extensive research.
I'm glad that you mentioned self-healing. Quantum healing practitioners helping clients to connect and tap to their own abilities to heal themselves. Very important. Going back to the past life regressions, how do you connect your passions, things you really like to do, with your experience with past life regression?
Well, as I previously explained, past life regressions made me understand my life philosophy, my passions, my needs, my feelings, and even my relationships with those around me. It reinforced my beliefs and provided me with why and how I need to pursue my dreams and my passions. It made me really understand my purpose and kind of validate my purpose to myself. And that's the most important to us, validation of our feelings. And just how we deal. It's all about the reaction also. How are we dealing with others? How are we dealing with with events that happen in our lives? We are using our conscious mind to resolve everything doesn't always work, and that is why our subconscious mind plugs itself in when we dream. When the conscious mind kind of goes to sleep, the subconscious comes out and says, hey, let me help you with this. And I just believe that we underuse or not use at all the power of our subconscious mind, and that energy that will help us resolve the issues and be healthier.
A little bit different question, also related to past life regression. How it helped you to understand why you're uncomfortable or dislike certain things?
I myself believe that we do reincarnate, and past life regression has helped me see myself through many reincarnations. I had those visions and I couldn't understand them, but it really helped me kind of put everything in perspective, because we may not realize, including myself, that we bring a lot of issues from our past lives. It's like a suitcase full of issues, and I'm positive, thinking about it consciously now, that I will bring quite a few issues when I go into my next reincarnation. But just to bring one example, I suddenly started having a recurrent dream where I was shooting somebody, and it just did not fit into my conscious mind, because I would remember that dream. That dream would pursue me during the day, and it would interfere with my daily routine, with my daily activities. And I'm like, why is this popping into my mind? And the subconscious was talking to me like, okay, deal with this now, And I was feeling weak and tired and anxious over it. And I just couldn't understand why myself, as a practitioner, healthcare practitioner, where I would go out of my way to help others, would put others ahead of myself. And then suddenly I'm taking, and I'm totally not into guns. Suddenly I'm shooting somebody with a gun. Thank you so much, Irene. Through my past life regression, you helped me to understand where that came from. although that was justified in my past life, for, I'm not going to go into it, still hard to accept. Um, but it helped me to resolve that issue. And I have not had the dream in how long now? What is it, about 2-3 years?
Yes.
Right. And the thing is, I can't just say that it was a random dream. It was really something that was coming from my subconscious, because the pattern of the dream, the details and the stages were all identical, time after time. And until I resolved that dream, I could not move on. And actually, this is when I understood how well your techniques work. And it made me a great believer in your skill, in your abilities, and in your energy.
Yeah, I do remember that session. It was our first QHHT session, and I'm glad that it worked well for you. It helped you. All right.
Yeah.
So another question: how past life regression helped you to get more clarity about your life, about directions in your life?
We try to solve a lot of the issues as we go. When I say issues, that could be very normal issues, or that could be something very complex. It depends on everybody's, path and on this earth, on this planet. So as we're so busy, trying to live our lives on this planet, we don't really have much time to stop and think about what's really happening in our lives and how it's affecting us mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, which I must say in turn have an immense impact on our physical bodies. And that just not being able to kind of process what's going through our lives. And we think we're processing because our conscious mind tells us, okay, put this here and that there. But that actually goes to the back of our mind and it's not resolved. Okay, it may be resolved for the moment, for the second time, the way we see it on this earth, of course. But that creates, buildup of stress. That's energy. Stress is energy. Anxiety, insomnia. People don't sleep well, aside from the physical symptoms that may be causing, but it's all interconnected. It's not just like, depending on our biological stages, of humanity that we go through, say, oh, I'm not sleeping because I'm going through this phase, through that phase. But it's really all that bottled up anxiety and that tension and that stress. And we all have stress. I'm sure that's part of life on this planet and others. It's how we deal with it, how we react to it. And once we learn to deal with it, we will be able to get healthier and better. But we have to understand it. We have to accept it. We have to accept that there's more to us than meets the eye. There's more to that, the conscious mind. There's that subconscious mind that has been addressed in psychology by many prominent psychologists like Freud and others, but we're not going to go into that. But our subconscious mind tries to wake us up to kind of interact with our conscious mind, maybe in a safe way, tell us, hey, this is a problem, address it. But my past life regressions really gave me the answers that I had no time to think about during my conscious, being, or it brought up those issues that were pushed back, to the back of my mind. And I really had no way of dealing with them going through the daily routine. Past life regressions, I must say, made me healthier, calmer, more secure, more energetic, more self-assured, and more self-determined. And even everyone around me noticed the change. It was amazing. Still is amazing.
Great, great. I'm glad to hear that. So tell us about your experience during quantum touch energy healing. Do you feel any physical sensations in your body? Do you see energy? Please describe how it's working for you.
Okay, so I just want to say that I do feel the flow of energy. It comes through my mind. As I said, I have the vision of the energy. I feel tingling, I feel warmth, I feel just that flow of positive energy going, like I feel it physically. Now, I want to stress that if you do not get those sensations, it does not matter, because the energy exchange can go on without us being consciously aware, consciously or subconsciously. It's like breathing oxygen. We don't think about the molecules of oxygen that we breathe in.
Yeah.
And breathing is involuntary. We just breathe. We don't even think about breathing. We don't feel breathing. We will feel breathing when there is shortage of air, when we're short of breath, yes. But during normal, under normal circumstances, we just breathe and we go and we do our things. This is the same, really. Not everybody has to feel this physical sensation, because we base in our life everything on the five senses. If we cannot hear it, we cannot smell it, we cannot touch it, then it's not there. It's like a child who pulls a blanket over their head because they think it's protecting them against the imaginary monsters. We're the other way. If we just not sensing it with the five senses, it's not there. Okay. So basically there is the sixth sense that we really, not everybody, at a specific time in their life has the ability or even the desire to turn it on. It comes at a proper time for everyone, but I believe that we need to be helped to develop it, because I would feel sad for people that go through this life and don't develop that sense, because understanding your energy, understanding your spirituality, understanding who you are and why you're here, and and accepting that in a way really makes life so much more pleasurable and so much more important to yourself, and of course to others around you, because others will notice the change too, and you will feel that energy on the whole. The person would feel it. Okay, they may not feel the numbing, the tingling, the warmth during the session, but they will feel it in their life. They would feel it going through life. They would feel it because their stress level will be decreased. They will react differently to stress and anxiety. And even taking a breath would be different. Even taking in that oxygen would be different.
Mhm.
So I hope that makes it clear, but it's very hard for me to explain it in more detail than that, but I just think people need to feel it for themselves.
Yeah, great. Thank you so much for bringing this subject, especially for people who are not sensitive to energy. And I always tell my clients, even they don't feel anything, they do get benefits from the healing session.
Absolutely.
And the reason I ask you this question, because I do know that you are extremely sensitive to energy, and I wanted you to explain what you feel during healing session. And we did healing in, like, as I mentioned, in quantum touch, when it's just pure energy healing. And also we did healing during a hypnosis session. Can you tell us if you felt any difference during those different healing techniques?
Well, both of these techniques are amazing. They're wonderful, wonderful methods of connecting and healing. The quantum touch energy healing is great. It brings me closer, to a closer connection with you, Irene. It's like a threesome between you, myself, and my subconscious energy. I believe that my trust in you and my trust in your ability lets me open up, and through your guidance, to tap into my subconscious and to use the energy to heal myself. I believe that all of us have this energy, the healing energy, but we definitely need the help of a medium like yourself to really channel it better. As I said previously, I couldn't do it on my own. Even being sensitive, even having the visions, I was struggling. I was really struggling. I was getting nowhere. So I don't want to go back there. Let's go. So the quantum touch energy is really wonderful. The quantum hypnosis healing by the higher self is just as secure. there's definitely a connection between you, the guide, and myself and my subconscious. But there is another player there. You feel a little difference. That's your higher self. There's definitely a higher self kind of hiding from us. We need to go and find it. Or, and one may ask if the subconscious is the same as the worldly self. Is it the higher self? That's a question for you to answer. I cannot answer that one. That's for you as an expert to answer.
Okay, there is one source of energy and consciousness. We have tendency to put labels. It doesn't matter how we call it, higher self, subconscious, something else. The most important thing is to connect to the source, to tap to the source and get benefits from it. All right, my next question, how long do you feel the healing effect after each session?
I must say that after each session, immediately after each session, I feel very relaxed, very energized, and as if I went on a nice vacation. I would say I'm sure it's going to be different for everyone, but given my issues, at least a week or two. Again, that's very hard to say. It depends on a lot of factors.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad to hear that healing sessions are working for you. Do you notice any difference when we have regular sessions or just occasionally?
Absolutely. I think for me, regular sessions work best because they're as we go through every day, there is more stress, there are more issues that come out, and subconscious, kicks in and would bring us issues also. So I definitely believe that the regular sessions are more beneficial.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for that. Since we started working together, are there any permanent improvements in your health or significant improvements in any complicated health issues?
Yes, definitely. Significant improvements, definitely. I have a problem with chronic pain. I have a problem with tinnitus, which is ringing in the ears, and also dizziness and vertigo. I think the energy exchange, the healing is helping me with those issues where I can function. So I definitely think that it helps me. And that's why I believe in my case that doing continued sessions is so beneficial.
Mm-hmm. So I just want to talk about how people get in discomforts in their physical bodies and related to messages they receive. What happens if people receive messages and they don't listen? What's really happening? And if you don't mind sharing your experience, would you tell us about your health issues and your understanding why you have these issues in relation to not listening to messages?
Of course, a very wise person once told me that if you don't listen to the messages that the universe is sending you, the universe will send you a stronger message. I have experienced this firsthand. I love doing the job that I used to do, and it's helping people get better in healthcare. And I was so involved in it that I worked 7 days a week. I became a workaholic. I got messages. When we talk messages, we have thoughts. People think messages is something that's encoded. It's just thoughts that you get. That's a message. And I thought to myself, I need to stop this. This is not good. Really depleting myself, physical, emotional, spiritual energy. I have to stop. I cannot help others if I deplete this and do this to myself. I did not want to listen to my messages. And the universe sent me a very strong message where, I got really sick. I had to have surgery. I had a tumor and I had to stop. Okay. So, if you don't listen, you get a stronger message. That was my stronger message.
Mm-hmm.
So we really have to listen to the messages that are sent to us, and we really have to take care of our, bodies, physical, emotional and spiritual, everything that's connected, all the energies that are connected to us.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much for this answer. From your perspective, is there a connection between emotional issues and discomforts we get in our physical body?
Absolutely. This is not only my, opinion. This is the opinion of the scientific community, and there have been many research studies conducted regarding the effect of stress on the physical body. The emotions, once they really accumulate, they and become stress. Stress destroys the body. We all heard it, and that's why there is so much emphasis now on alternative medicine. Because although traditional medicine is very important, and nobody's saying stop using traditional medicine, by all means, no, continue whatever you're doing. But many disciplines employ now alternative medicine measures to heal the bodies, heal the mind. There's definitely a connection between the mind and the body. And when stress accumulates within the body, it causes inflammation within the body. And scientists have proven that many of the diseases, chronic diseases, are inflammation based, even high blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease, and neurological diseases like Parkinson's. Of course, there are other components, other factors that that contribute to these diseases, like genetic and environmental. We're not denying that, but stress is one of the major triggers that will be considered very important in causing some of these diseases. So it's very important to work on the stress levels and decrease them by all means. Well, if I may say, this is what's important about our sessions as we go through them. It's the perception and the reaction to stress, reaction to emotions. This is the focus also of alternative medicine, the perception and the reaction.
Absolutely, yeah. So you and we had many sessions in person and over Zoom. Do you feel a difference between in person or online sessions?
I love our in-person sessions, but in terms of quality of the interaction, the outcomes, there's absolutely no difference. I was a skeptic at first. I thought, how could this be? How could we do through Zoom what we do in person? I must say, when we did our first Zoom session, you actually felt that I needed you. Somehow we connected. I was in pain, and you have helped me so much that day. And I said to myself, okay, so energy transcends Zoom. So it's not a barrier. Zoom is not a barrier to exchange of energy and to the practice. To your skill, and it was just as amazing. I could actually feel your energy. I could actually feel the heat. I could feel that. Again, I'm telling everyone, do not get alarmed if you don't feel it. The benefit is there.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I remember how it all started, and this is also to confirm that we need to listen to messages, because I receive message that I need to test how my in-person sessions working versus online sessions, and it was pre-COVID, and it was beginning of 2020, and I offered you that online session, and I needed your feedback. So when actually I had to start using more online sessions, I was so confident that my clients getting 100% of benefits, and it's based on your feedback. And you even mentioned that during Zoom session, you felt how my hand is touching your head. And it was, yes, I think it was so cool.
It was cool. It was really cool.
And you already also mentioned that some people not sensitive to energy, and what recommendation you would tell those people who are not sensitive to energies, whose abilities to receive messages are not developed yet?
Well, I think there's definitely, we each, as I said, we each open up at the, to we each become receptive to this energy when we choose to, when we need to. Um, Sometimes it's a little bit too late, but we all need to work on it. I think that I would tell these people, don't get despaired with this, just keep working. It needs to be worked on to open it up. For whatever reason you're not opening up, you will at some point. You just want to have the benefit of it before you get to the point where you do open up that channel. But you will lose valuable time. So open up that channel. It's in there. We have, like they say, this middle eye, the sixth sense. We all have it. There's nothing special about anyone. You have to work on it. You have to work on it. And you have to be willing to work on it, because the benefit for the person and their family is immense. Absolutely immense.
Yeah, thank you. And what would you like to tell skeptics?
I used to be one of them myself. We are so accustomed to thinking about things in terms of what we can feel, what we can sense. The five senses guide us through life. They keep us safe. They keep us aware. They give us pleasure. They keep us fed. And if there's anything that we cannot touch and we cannot see, that means it's not there. That's why people are skeptical about this energy that's within us. Energy is there. We are made of energy. We are energy. And this is from biological perspective, chemical, just think about all the networking in our brain with all the, neurons. So the energy is there. Just like we don't feel when we breathe in the oxygen, we don't feel that energy, but it's there. It drives our bodies. I mean, makes us get up in the morning, get that cup of coffee. It's all energy. We take it for granted. Let's not take our energy, our spiritual energy, for granted. Let it flourish. And skepticism is okay, but once you work through it, you will become a believer like me.
Okay. So Nelly, thank you so much for all your insights. Thank you for choosing me as your practitioner. You have made a lot of progress, and I'm very proud of you. I want people to understand that quantum healing, it's not just to work with practitioner. It is working on themselves to change a lifestyle, habits, perception, and so on. I am wishing you all the best in all aspects of your life. I'm so grateful for your time today.
Thank you, Irina. Thank you so much for being, the practitioner that you are, and for bringing so much value to my life. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
And I hope we can continue working together. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope this interview changed your perception about quantum healing. And if you would like to connect with me, please visit my website, shifttoquantumlife.com. I will be happy to assist you. I am sending you my love and healing energy. And I hope to see you soon.